We're with head women's soccer coach Chris D'Ambrosio talking about the Little East Conference preseason women's soccer poll. Chris, Eastern Connecticut, the #1 team in the preseason poll by itself, no ties, no nothing like that. Pretty much the way you figured it would come out to be?
Well, seeing that we lost 3 seniors from last year's team and had everyone else returning, other than Taylor Buchanan, who just recently, unfortunately, had a torn ACL. The nucleus comes back, and we have a good recruiting class. So I think after last season, we had a really successful season, going 16-1-5, winning the conference, and getting to the round of 16 in the NCAA tournament. I figured, we would probably be first or second in the poll, realistically, with just what we did last year and what we had returning.
You've been here 12 years. It only took you a couple years to get the team, really in the right direction. In the last 4 or 5 years, you've either been first, tied for first, or second. For the most part, it's usually Keene, Eastern, and Western. Is that the way you see it shaping up again?
Yeah, I think those 3 teams certainly have been the teams that have been in the top 2, top 3 every year. Some teams now, like UMass Boston, are making a good run in the conference and have gotten much better. Last year they made the finals. They beat us in penalty kicks in the semifinals of the conference tournament. So there's certainly some teams like that to be reckoned with. But I think the standard has been Keene and Western and Eastern Connecticut. Some of our success has been through the success of campus the last 12 years. The state has really put a lot of time, effort, and money into building campus back up aesthetically, renovating a lot of old buildings, building new buildings, really sprucing up campus. And I think that's paid off, and it's paid off in us getting better, stronger student athletes in our program.
Team went undefeated last year, just an absolutely phenomenal year, went undefeated into the 3rd round of the NCAA tournament. What do you tell a team coming back?
See if we can go a little further. I think we talked about that, as team goals, is that, certainly that was a great season, an unbelievable season, and will be very difficult to duplicate. The chemistry was right. We stayed away from major injuries until late in the year. Our fitness was really good. The chemistry was phenomenal. So can we duplicate that again? Certainly that's the goal, is to get back to where we were last year and maybe beyond. And if we don't have that as a goal, we're not going to continue to progress as a team and as a program. But certainly it will be more difficult just because everybody's going to be out to get you and try to beat you. And, there's a lot of motivation from teams, not only in our conference, but certainly the non-league opponents that we play year in and year out.
Chris, last question. Like you were saying at the beginning, you haven't lost much, but you lost someone like Lauren Hickey. I mean, that's like your ace in the hole, right? A player of that caliber playing in the back for you. So what do you do about that loss?
Well, I don't know if we replace her with one person. I don't know if you can ever do that in any sport. If baseball loses a great pitcher, softball loses a great hitter, field hockey loses a great scorer too. I think you do it, with many people, with more than one person. So, I think the formation may change a little bit, but certainly the personnel will change. She was just an unbelievable athlete, a leader on and off the field, and we'll miss her certainly, but, that was last year's team. We talked about that. That was last year. Now this year's team has to find their identity. New leaders have to spring up. New people have to take on a different role. But will we miss her? Of course. She was a kid that just was unbelievable in the back for us. She rarely got beat. Teams couldn't get in behind us. And her speed and athletic ability, along with playing out of the back under composure, certainly was a plus for us last year.
Well, Chris, thank you. Good luck this year.
All right, thank you.